Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Welcome to Domestic Tarot-ism with me, Benjamin, the Domestic Tarot-ist. Today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Leo. Welcome to this space. I appreciate you joining me. I'm just going to take a moment and welcome in the interdimensional beings, spirit guides, and all things ethereal as we just open up this spiritual space. Thanks for being here with us. We're going to start today's reading with a pull from the Archetypes deck. Also, we're joined in the studio today by Otto. Everyone say hello to Otto. Otto's sleeping, but he loves tarot, don't you, Otto? All right. Leo. Fire signs. What's up, fire family? Whether the sign of Leo falls in your sun sign, moon sign, or your rising, I hope you can find something useful as we pull the energies for this week of September 12th. So I'm still figuring out how I want to release these videos. This is like this is the fourth or fifth one I've done, but I'm trying to get to a point. I have a lot shifting in my life right now, but I'm trying to get to a point where I can release one for each sign every week. But for now, it's just kind of a little bit of if I'm just kind of intuitively feeling what sign really needs, excuse me, which sign really needs to hear from me, or you know, if I have maybe some friends of a certain sign, they're like, hey, you know, can you get to me this week? I'll definitely try to do that. Or if you're watching this, whoop, hello, and you know, there's a whole clump of them. I just want one. Anyway, so if you're watching this and you really, you know, maybe I haven't gotten to your sign yet, and you really want a reading, go ahead and drop a comment. And also, if you're watching these videos and anything resonates with you, feel free to subscribe to the channel and interact. I'll be checking comments, try to get back to everyone as quickly as I can. So, like I said, I have a lot going on, but I will do my best to stay active and keep in touch with you guys. So thank you for your support, and I appreciate every one of you. So here we go. Archetype for today for the sign of Leo. Oh, yes. 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 Nope. Nope. Spirit guides, you got to be more specific. If you want, just send me one card. I don't want a whole clump. I want one archetype. Nope, we're going to leave those. It's fine. Yep, here it is, right here. The shadow. That's what we're going to be talking about today, Leo. The shadow. And immediately I'm hearing, you can't have light. You can't have this flame without a shadow. And as much as, Leo, you're used to just lighting things up, lighting up the darkness, don't forget, biggest lights cast the longest shadows. So, thank you. Thank you, Spirit Guides. We're just going to offer another offering of this Palo Santo here really quick. Just open up this space. We just thank you. We thank you. I'm tongue-tied already. I did Pisces yesterday, and I'm still kind of... You guys aren't going to get a lot of Pisces out of me. No, I'm kidding. It does take a lot, though, to reach into that energy. I'm going to get my wife to do those readings, because double Pisces. Anyway. Okay. Let's give it up. All right. Let's start pulling the energies for Leo. This is my first fire reading for this channel, so it's different. I don't have any fire really in my well, my immediate chart. Let's say the big three, double earth, water. So this is definitely... Anyway, enough about me. Thanks for joining me, Leo. Oh my gosh, here we are again, guys. For those of you that have been following, this is where I've cut the deck. I only pointed it out last time, but I mean, it keeps happening. I can't miss with this. This is crazy. So, Ace of Discs. I'm sorry. Ace of Discs. Here we go. So we're gonna pull a couple energies, and then we're gonna talk about this shadow a little bit more. Quick. Just want to see how that relates to you specifically this week, Leo. Thanks for being patient. I don't know if my tarot style is a little different. I follow a few tarot channels, and not to compare, because we're all different and we have our own way of doing things, and that's what makes this all beautiful, right? And we're all different. But thanks for hanging with me for like a little bit of quiet time while I shuffle and just contemplate and just sit with your energy, and do my best to interact with you while I'm doing that. But I'm really listening for just anything that wants to come through and be said. I'm adjusting to the shifting space, especially doing these fire signs. It's a big transition for me from my earth water kind of modality. So just thanks for trekking with me, y'all. I appreciate you. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on with you. What is going on with you? So the shadow is... Tell you what, guys, I really like to just read from this, so we're going to do that together. I swear I'll get there. Thanks for your patience. Y'all are so patient. It's super cool. Here we go. Ready? Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves in the world, we begin to separate from the whole, rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow. We busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. This is going to be a deep one today, Leo. I feel like Leos, you guys tend to be like in your group of friends, you're the one that's like, no, I'm cool, I'm good, you know, everything's fine, I'm, you know, but then when you get alone, it's like it creeps up, and it that's why you a lot of you tend to be so extroverted, because sometimes when you're alone, it's like you get so much light in your life from being lights to others. You know, sometimes you busy yourself with those things in order to distract yourself from the thing. Like it said, I don't know what the thing is for you, and it's different for all of us, and we all have a shadow. So like, but you know, I know, you know, we all know the thing that's like, man, if I just didn't have that thing about myself, then I would be okay. But you know what? It's beautiful, because it's the imperfections. When we really learn to love those things about ourselves, then that's what helps us, you know, nurture those those things in each other, if that makes sense. And we give each other permission to not be perfect, you know. And not that you don't want to strive for progress, you know, progress, not perfection, though, you know, because if you don't know this secret already, it's not a big secret, but I fumbled that. See, that wasn't very good, but you know, there's no such thing as perfection. I'm sorry. Like, dude, I'm a Virgo. I freaking try to do everything so perfect, and like these videos are actually very, really, very healing for me, because I get like tongue-tied and I get a little nervous, you know. I was just telling my wife this morning, I was like, this is so different than, like, I'm also a musician. I make different types of music, and so I'll go over a track and I'll polish it, and I'll make it to what I think isn't, not perfect, because, you know, there's no perfection, but I'll go over it and over it and over it until it's finally to where I think is like acceptable, and then I'll release it. And that definitely, you know, that's my nature to do so. But in making these videos, I get a chance to just kind of give myself permission to be not perfect, you know. And in that is so much freedom. And that's, you know, kind of what we're talking about here with this shadow today, is like, the beauty is the imperfection, you know. I know that might be cliche, but that's what makes you unique. And, you know, don't hide that, you know. People, Leo, while you do bring so much light, you know, sometimes it's like, look, you know, if I hold this right in front of the lens, it obscures your view of me. All you see is the light, you know. And sometimes, Leo, that's kind of what you're doing. So you can be that light to others, and that's beautiful. But don't forget, you know, to turn that light toward the inside and illuminate those places that you'd probably rather not visit. Okay, let's pull the cards. It's time. Let's go. All right. I'm feeling, I'm feeling the flow. Let's do it. Thank you. Thank you, guides. Oh, that wants to come out. Woo! The Magus. Bam. The Magician. It's beautiful. That was a beautiful pull for you today. It's like, what's card number 1, right? So it's like the first step, like the Fool being 0, the Magus being 1. So it's like, when you have that experience of like, oh, there's more to this world than the mundane. That's super cool. Almost like an initiatory experience, right? And that can live, honestly, that can really happen when you delve into the shadow and accept, you know, begin to accept the entirety of your being. You can have that initiatory experience. A lot of times that's why, can I say that? Can I say psychedelics on this channel? You guys okay with that if I go there? A lot of times psychedelics can act as an initiatory experience because it kind of, whoop, the universe, wow. This is going to be a fun one, guys. Going to be a fun one, guys. All right. Anyway, psychedelics can act as an initiatory experience because a lot of times, especially at high doses, they can force you to confront that shadow. Like they'll put it in your face where you have to sit with it, sometimes for a long time before you can accept it and embrace it. And there's tears, and there's like just purging, and just this beautiful breaking of the self, or at least like what you think of as yourself, so you can accept the entirety of what is your being. And that was my initiatory experience, I'll be honest with you. Many moons ago, first had a taste of that sort of strong medicine, and it just opened up my eyes to, like I said, the things I've been ignoring, and the things that really were begging for my attention. We're just going to talk about these really quick before we go any farther. I just want to have this handy real quick. So this is interesting. We have we have the the first card after the Fool and the last card. So this is telling, wow, the shadow is the beginning and the end. Like this is where it all starts and what it all comes back to for you, Leo. Not just for you, for all of us, but this is what you really need to understand in this time, Leo, is that there is no great work beyond the shadow, or without the shadow, let's say. Without the, stop this, it's a nervous habit. We're going to burn some more incense. So the Magician represents that principle of, you know, he's gathered to himself all form of materials on his altar. You know, he's utilizing earth, air, water, fire, and really the Magician places places himself on the altar. That's why it's called an altar, because it's where you create change, right? So when you can put yourself on that altar, that sacrificial altar, let's even say, and, you know, offer up what you thought you were for the sake of honesty, and truly ask, like, let me see me. Let me embrace those parts of me that seem at first to be undesirable. And in that's when the door beyond the mundane will open to you. That's when the things that are like, there's a quote, it's like, only those who believe in magic will find it. And that's the door of the shadow. I mean, and on the other side of that door is literally everything. The interconnected dance of reality, of which you are an integral piece of, but you're... Can I light my beard on fire with this candle? That'd be funny. For my first fire reading, I literally catch myself on fire. Anyway. You're a piece of the dance, but you're the dance itself. Like, you're... like fractal geometry, you know? Like, when the one piece changes, then the whole changes, right? Like, is it... I'm gonna fuck up these quotes, but maybe it's Rumi, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's, you're not a drop in the ocean, you're the ocean in a drop. And that's really, and that's why you find so much joy, Leo, in being that light for others, because in a way, when you're that light to others, you're healing those things in yourself, right? And that's awesome. But don't be afraid to just like cut out the middleman, so to speak. Like, continue to be that light. Of course you will. You're like, I enjoy surrounding myself with Leos because they are very positive, strong encouragers in my life, and I love you guys. You're awesome. You give me that fire that I need as an double earth water sign to be like, to be that torch. So it's cool. But don't forget to turn that torch inward, guys and gals. Okay. I'm in rare form right now, so I appreciate you guys. Ooh. This just tried to come out twice. Knight of Cups. I don't know why. I just, sometimes the way it falls or the way it jumps out, I'm like, I don't know. I definitely, all right, I hear you. Knight of Cups. This is quite a major reading. There's no, the spirit guides do not want me to be subtle. They, at least at this stage, they want me to be like very big picture type of deal. I think even too, when I pull these Knight of Cups or these court cards, like, they often represent literal people in your life, right? So the Knight of Cups wants us to look at sorry, sometimes I gotta pause and listen. You know me. I'm just gonna be honest. I need to take a second, just listen. Are you afraid to, like, Leo, it's okay to open up, it's okay to like allow your emotions to lead you into situations. Wow, again with this card, I literally can't. There is a I'm gonna put it on the table because it is just, I keep splitting it here, so we're gonna bring out this Ace of Discs. There's a portal opportunity for you here, but it has to do with allowing yourself to really feel the depths of this shadow self, like, not just like intellectualize the thing or whatever it is for you, but really feel the emotion to the point where it, like, perhaps there's a memory attached to this, to where this part of you did manifest, and like, it's probably a painful memory, and so a lot of times maybe that memory comes up and you just like, no, I'm not even gonna fucking think about it. I'm gonna busy myself. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna call up my buddy and see if he needs anything, because like, I don't have time to be crying right now. Dude, you don't have time to not be crying right now. Okay? Allow this emotional wave, like, to wash over you, and in riding that wave, it'll give you a new perspective. It'll feel like you're flying. Literally, it'll feel like you've ascended to a perspective that's like, oh wow, like, there's forgiveness waiting there when you see it from the bird's eye view. Like this Knight of Cups, you know, he and his horse are just, I'm getting like on the wings of love. Yeah, I'm a nerd, whatever, but but it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Um, allow love to carry you to new heights, and through that, you're going to come to a possibility of a sort of groundedness. Like a lot of times, as a fire sign, perhaps you get burned out, but this new perspective will allow you to reach a new kind of opportunity to understand being grounded in a different way. If that makes sense. All right. I'm really excited for you, Leo. With your first two cards being the first and the last, I get like some of you, Leo, you're on this journey of like, holy shit, everything is so magical, and I just like, you're very much at that dance with the universe. And if I can call you back to square one with the Magus, with the you know, maybe getting back to ritual. You're like, I don't need ritual, I'm a walking ritual, dude. Like, I'm always in the magic. Well, yeah, you are, and that's great. But maybe go back and, you know, have you tended your altar lately? Do you have a sacred space in your house where you know, or outside in nature or somewhere? Do you have a sacred space that you maintain, that you know, or whatever that is for you? You know what, it doesn't matter, but whatever that is for you, that sort of beginning process, revisit that, and I think that you'll find that will really deepen the dance that you're in, Leo. Oh, that'll come. Oh boy. Lust or strength for those of you traditional Tarot-ists. But that's the Leo card. Flame fam. That's you all day. You definitely can see this. Wow. And this whole thing is about you actualizing what you're truly meant to be, that power, that strength that is so uniquely Leo. That's just, get one more, and we're gonna tie this all together with the shadow here. It's all very positive though, Leo. I think it's important to remember how positive shadow work is for you, because I'm not going to bullshit you. Shadow work can be painful. You know, it's about embracing the darkness, literally. It's not about becoming dark, or like, I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe some of you, when I say shadow work, you're like, well, what do you want me to do? Like, put on a hood and go out in the woods and make a pentagram and sacrifice a goat. Like, probably not. Dude, probably don't do that. I'm being silly. I don't think any of you think that. But I'm not talking about like pressing into the darker cult. Oh, here. That's what we're talking about, guys. That's what we're talking about. I'm like showing them to the camera, but I'm also gonna put them up, edit the video and maybe put them up so you can see them better, or like pan to this. Anyway, video production. I actually have a friend joining the crew who will be helping me with video production because I'm not super skilled in that area. He happens to be a Leo, so shout out Leo, my man. Anyway, the death card. All right, we're done drawing cards, so I'm shuffling. This is beautiful, guys. I'm so excited for you, Leo, in these following days to come throughout this week. I'm getting that it's not just this week. Actually, I'm gonna make this. This is the whole. This is gonna be a theme for you. This is the rest of the fall season for you, Leo. This shadow work. Yeah, this is a big one. This is all like major shit. So I'm not gonna be like, this is just the next 3 days. Hurry up and do your shadow work. No, I'm gonna say honestly, for you guys, look for this to be the theme into the new year. Honestly, yeah, like you're gonna, because coming out the other side of it is like a rebirth, and you're gonna very much experience that. And I don't mean like the new year, like January 1st. I mean the new year, like when the earth goes through a rebirth in spring. Look for that to be like the light rising on the other side of this shadow work. So yeah, that's what I'm giving you. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's gonna follow the curve of like the winter solstice, and like if you really follow that like sine wave and then use that to press in and do your shadow work and then come out as the days get longer, it'll probably be the most beneficial for you. So so you're in this time, you're either discovering or rediscovering the magical aspects of life and nature and the interconnectivity of the world and the universe and your place in it. And through that, you're going to find like an emotional release when you revisit maybe these memories having to do with your shadow that you just like suppress and go, no, that was, it wasn't me. I was just, that was you, and it's okay. And that part of you needs love. And as you do that, you'll really literally ascend in the sense of like, I'm not going to sing to you again, but on the wings of love type of thing happening. You might even fucking hear that song, and then like during this process somehow, somewhere random as hell, and then it'll make you laugh. Hopefully, I hope that happens for you, because that'll be cool. Anyway, and then from there, like, this Ace of Discs is like you're re-entering the so-called mundane, but you're re-entering it reborn, like as you dance with this serpent energy in this universe card. And again, I'm going to put these up on the screen so you can get a really good look at these, because the art in these is really important, especially for this reading, Leo. And then that, like, re-entering the earth realm after this rebirth experience will really show you how to really sit in your power, and like you're gonna come to depths of self-awareness that you didn't even like. You think you know who you are now, and you really do, largely, Leo. You're very confident, and like that's what makes you you, and that's what's up. But throughout this whole thing, like, dude, you're gonna break, but you're gonna come back in this. I'm like shaking. I'm gonna cry. You're gonna come back and like renewed, and like, like, yo, you're gonna be so full of like lust for life, like fucking excited for things that, like, possibilities and things, just the way that life is so beautiful, and the magical nature of reality is just gonna like blow the fuck open for you. And it all has to do with this, right? So to be born in this sense, a part of you has to die. And that's that part that's just like, well, I'm just, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll give you a little window, and I'm going to wrap this up because I've taken up a lot of your time already, so thanks for hanging with me. But the part of you that has to die has to do with this self-limiting belief of like you know, you think you know how the world works. You think you know, Leo, you know, especially those of you that are like I said, those of you that are doing this dance, you're like, I am a walking ritual. Like, you are, but like that lion pride, don't let that lion pride, like, lion pride is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking awesome. But don't let this blind you. Okay? Sit in the dark. Allow your pupils to dilate in that darkness, so to speak, and really take in all the subtle lights, right? All the subtle energies, the things that, you know, that come through in that space. And then, yeah, like I said, this death card isn't like, think of it less like, it is a certain part of you dying, but it's more like a harvesting of what you're putting in. Like, you're like a seed. Like, when you plant a seed, it dies, and then it changes form, and then it becomes something else. And that's what's very much happening with you right now, Leo. Is like, you know, the seed goes where? Into the ground where it's dark. It goes into the shadow, right? And it has to sit in that shadow until it dies. And then it puts down new roots in this Ace of Discs. And then from there, it's only up. It's only up, yo. It's only up. So, Leo, I love you. Thanks for joining me. If this hit home in any way, hit that like button, subscribe if you would, leave a comment, whatever you want to do, Leo. I appreciate you. Peace.